Who was Franklin Pierce? Franklin Pierce was born on November 23, 1804, in Hillsborough, New Hampshire, and died on October 8, 1869, in Concord, New Hampshire. He served as the 14th President of the United States from 1853 to 1857. Pierce's presidency was largely defined by the escalating tensions over slavery and his controversial policies that exacerbated the sectional divide. Here's 10 interesting things about Franklin Pierce. Pierce's most significant policy, the Kansas-Nebraska Act of 1854, repealed the Missouri Compromise and allowed for the expansion of slavery into new territories based on popular sovereignty. This decision intensified the conflict between pro-slavery and anti-slavery factions, contributing to the outbreak of violence in the region. Before his presidency, Pierce played a role in the Compromise of 1850 as a U.S. Senator. The compromise aimed to settle the issue of slavery in the newly acquired territories from the Mexican-American War, but ultimately failed to provide a lasting resolution. Pierce served in the Mexican-American War as a brigadier general, earning praise for his military service. However, his experiences may have contributed to a later reluctance to take a strong stance on divisive issues, particularly regarding the expansion of slavery. Pierce experienced personal tragedy throughout his life, including the deaths of all 3 of his children at young ages. The death of his only surviving son in a train accident just before Pierce assumed the presidency cast a shadow over his time in office. Pierce's administration was involved in the Austin Manifesto, a controversial diplomatic document that suggested the U.S. should acquire Cuba from Spain. The proposal, which was leaked and met with strong opposition, further fueled tensions between the North and the South. The Gadsden Purchase of 1853 added a strip of land to the southern U.S., facilitating the construction of a southern transcontinental railroad. While it aimed to resolve sectional disputes, it did little to ease the broader tensions over slavery. Pierce struggled with alcohol-related issues throughout his life, leading to questions about his ability to lead effectively. His reliance on alcohol may have contributed to the perceived lack of decisiveness during his presidency. Pierce faced challenges within his own party as the Democratic Party split along sectional lines during his presidency. The divide reflected the broader schisms occurring in the country over the issue of slavery. Pierce's presidency was marked by controversy and sectional strife, leading to his failure to secure the Democratic nomination for re-election in 1856. His party turned to James Buchanan, who went on to win the presidency. Pierce's presidency is often seen as a precursor to the Civil War. His inability to navigate the increasingly volatile issue of slavery and his support for policies that heightened tensions left a legacy of division and strife that would ultimately erupt into armed conflict. Franklin Pierce's presidency was defined by the deepening divide between the North and South over the issue of slavery. His attempts to navigate these tensions through compromises like the Kansas-Nebraska Act and the Gadsden Purchase ultimately failed, contributing to the fracturing of the Democratic Party and the nation as a whole. Pierce's legacy is one of controversy and an inability to prevent the country's slide into civil war. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. And did you know that Franklin Pierce is number 10 in our top 10 countdown of worst U.S. presidents? That's right, you can watch the entire worst U.S. presidents top 10 countdown by clicking the link above or clicking the link in the description. Thanks and have a great day.